I can happily grind out 10 hours a day on an RPG, but I can't work on my life for 30 minutes. That seems to be a bit of a problem, and I'd quite like to fix it. The capacity is in there. I spent over 2,000 hours playing RuneScape as a kid. 2,000! I grinded my sweaty little teenage heart out collecting skill capes and hoarding millions of gold pieces. So when it came to my own life, the one I'm, living, why could I only manage a fraction of that? I really crave a good grind, but reality seems to be just missing something, so I'm going to make something to add it back. Alright, it's not a question of interest. Trust me, any RuneScape player will agree that the actual game is boring. Reality is far more interesting. Have you seen what fish look like nowadays? Mental. But what was it that made me so obsessed with some children's medieval pixelated clicking game? I should say that I won't be including any RuneScape footage. That's because if I log in again, even just to record, my crippling addiction will take hold of me and you won't see me again for the next 6 months. I don't know about you, but given the choice between being amazing at woodcutting in a game or real life, I'd be up there in the Timber Sports World Championships, no question. Anyway, the point is that I want to live my life like I used to play RuneScape. In the bettering myself and doing interesting things sense rather than actually chopping trees and kicking giant rats. To do this, I need to extract the very essence of what makes these games so addictive and apply it to my own life. Here are the 5 things I figured out. 1. Visual progress. Often every few seconds. You chopped a tree, here's 5 XP and a little number floating up to show you've done a great job clicking that thing and waiting a few seconds. 2. Measurable progress. You know exactly how much XP you've gained and how much you need. 3. Reward for effort. You always progress in some way, whether it's XP, gold, or items. 4. Long-term measurable goals with clear paths. It's not impossible, it may just take a long time. A very long time. 5. Multiple things to progress. If you get bored of one skill, crack on with another. Now put that all together, and you have an addictive game loop that has successfully trapped hundreds of thousands of young people into clicking on pixelated trees all day. There is also the more sinister mechanics. Think of a boss with a 1 in 500 chance for a rare drop. Not so different from a slot machine, eh? Intermittent, unpredictable rewards is the most addictive thing there is. Just look at a casino. Lovely. One day I may be able to harness this power for good, but today is not that day, and now I feel dirty for just thinking about it. So now I have the framework, I need to design the thing. The main idea is to treat my real life skills like RPG skills, giving them XP and levels, which should increase my motivation. My first iteration was a little pen and paper RPG. I'd time how long I worked on certain skills like drawing, programming, writing and whatever, then I'd add the minutes up as XP, and use the XP to level chart I designed to get my level. The one issue with this is that it simply rewards putting in time. Anyone can sit in front of a blank sheet of paper all day and claim they were writing or drawing or at least thinking about it. To remedy this, I added a little system where for repeatable tasks, like completing a drawing or implementing a small feature when coding, I'd get a flat XP bonus. This worked quite wonderfully for a few weeks. I felt myself pushing a little longer to get to the next level. I got to level 41 in programming, which equated to a couple hundred hours. However, having to manually keep the books started to chafe and I began to use it less. So I had a stupendous idea. Turn it into a mobile app. I'll spare you the painful building process of a back-end developer diving headfirst into making a mobile app. Solo. I wouldn't recommend it. It took me several more months than it should have, and I almost quit about 5 times. My lowest point was realizing I'd have to rewrite the whole thing. For the 3rd time. I did some research on what it's like to be a shepherd. I won't go into all the mistakes I made in this video, but I made many poor decisions. But hey, it's working now. I roped an artist friend of mine to help design and make some assets, and I think it's looking pretty good. It follows the idea of the pen and paper version. You make your own skills and now even your own quests. The XP bonus thing has been refined into skill actions. You can make tasks that link to these things and then time how long you work on it and gain XP. Or you can just work directly on the skill if making a task is too much effort. Easy peasy. Back to that list of things that squeezes your brain into a vice and doesn't let go. You've got your visual progress, measurable progress, reward for effort, measurable goals, multiple things to progress, and my favourite thing, analytics. Now for the real question, did it work? Surprisingly, yes. I've read as many books in the last month as I did the previous 6. Having that XP counter go up for some reason tickles my brain much better than, gaining knowledge and reading about interesting things. It helped me get into the habit of playing guitar every day. I've got a 2-week streak so far and I'm genuinely motivated to keep going. I even tracked my workouts just because I wanted to fill out my stats page more. Hasn't really changed anything, to be honest, I just like seeing the data. I used to procrastinate all the time by opening up YouTube at the first moment of boredom, but that's just an XP waste to me now. A weird use case I found was that I started using it as a reading tracker, seeing how long I take to read each book and how much I read each day. Not how I originally intended it to be used, but that was interesting. I'm still a long way off hitting level 99 in anything real yet, not even close. Yikes, look at that level 23 programming. But for the first time, my actual life is a skill page that I can constantly look at and obsess over. Just like RuneScape. So, I just released it on app stores. That's right, I'm not this relatable guy making this thing for fun. I've been marketing to you this entire time. I'm going to get rich off this idea. Actually, that's not true. It's completely free. Not even any ads. I make no money from it. It's actually a terrible financial decision, and getting it in the stores was a massive pain. Also, for some reason I haven't said its name yet. It's Skillorum. I should say that as of release of this video, it's definitely not perfect. It still needs a lot of work, but I do want to make it amazing, so if you are interested, I'd love some feedback. There's still plenty to add in the future. I want to add some nice animations, but that'll have to come later when I have money to pay someone to do it. Or I magically learn to do it myself. Don't hold your breath on the last one. So yeah, I used to think I was lazy. Turns out I'm not. I just need some numbers to get bigger and I'm all over it. Give me an XP bar and I'll read books, learn guitar, study a language, chase my dreams, and maybe even do my taxes. Anyway, if you want to try it, it's free. Links in the description. If you have feedback, I really do want it. I'm using this thing every day, so if you have an idea for an improvement, it would help me out too. Also, if you watch all of this and now you just want to log into RuneScape, that's on you.